multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you've
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Good morning to y'all. It is Hump Day. Yeah, yes, it is. And today is a very big day for Universal Orlando Resort, NBC Universal, and media, culture, entertainment at large, because Universal's Epic Universe is having their grand opening celebration. This is the media opening celebration, okay? The grand opening for everybody else will be opening on May 22nd, which is tomorrow. But no need to fear, because we're going to be having a watch party tonight at 5:45 p.m. There's a live stream on Universal Orlando Resort's YouTube channel. I'll be streaming live and giving live commentary on that stuff. But we'll get to that at 5:45 p.m. tonight. But in the meantime, between time, you're here for the morning edition of Virtual Tour Live. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you all this morning. Yes, indeed. So I want to talk about Beyonce, because apparently something happened at one of the Cowboy Carter tour stops. We'll talk about that. As you all know, President Joe Biden got diagnosed with prostate cancer. We'll talk about that. Prayers up to him and his family. Sesame Street got saved because the current president believes that anybody who is now on his side is an enemy to him. So he wants to take out America, because he doesn't like how America's holding him accountable. That's neither here nor there, but we're going to talk about Sesame Street. Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons not dating? We'll talk about that. Chris Brown, there's been a lot of updates in his UK arrest. I'll bring you the latest on that. Blue Ivy, Tina Knowles, also known as Mama Tina, feels a way about Blue Ivy being in the entertainment industry. We'll break that down. Wendy Williams, there's a new documentary coming out about Wendy, and the words of Whitney Houston, Wendy, Wendy, Wendy. We'll talk about it. And then finally, Google has a new AI video tool. AI is taking over everything. Tyler Perry was going to do 10 new sound stages, and then stop because of some AI virtual technology that can make any background, and you can make a whole movie out of just this one piece of technology. So we have a lot to talk about, plus a positive news story that for all my gaming fans, I think you guys are going to like. So higher is weighing, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And one thing to know, and two things for sure, that over here on this particular channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith. I'm Julie Chen.
I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it off right. But whenever you're starting the daylight, a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Dirty.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is Julie Chen Moonves. It is a brand new to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are right. On this particular channel, a lot happens early. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Now a lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Glad to have all of you here. By the way, just want to give a shout out to a good brother who is no longer with us here. The brother who passed away from Cheers. Come up here. So the brother that passed away from Cheers, George Wendt, passed away at 76 years old. I saw that yesterday. And, that sitcom, Cheers, where everybody knows Your Name. It was a good show. It was a fun show. It was a very tactile show about how a bar can bring people together. You can create a history, a destiny with your family and friends, and you can struggle, but you can also rise together. So to George Wendt, rest in peace, you good sir, and to the Cheers family, staff, crew, and to everybody all around the world. One love, much love, all love from yours truly, Braylon Lee, on that. All right, y'all. Let's do what we do and go on tour, because we have 8 destinations for you all this morning, and I cannot wait to tell you about the positive news story, because a lot of people have thought about this, the fact that this particular company did it. We'll talk about it. So from blacknews.com, another fight breaks out at Beyonce concert, this time in Chicago during the show. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Damn! You spend all that money, you get all dressed up. Like you don't get time back. Like what the? Let's get into it. Lord Jesus. Beyonce's Cowboy Car Tour continues to draw massive crowds and unfortunately a fair share of drama, as yet another fan fight broke out during her recent stop in Chicago. By the way, Beyonce said that Chicago has been the best tour stop thus far. So this is a very sad story. The Grammy-winning superstar was performing at Soldier Field earlier this week when a brawl erupted among concertgoers during her emotional gospel country ballad, Hands to Heaven. Why in the hell was there a fight during a song called Hands to Heaven? This wasn't called Hands to Each Other or on each other or about each other. It was Hands to Heaven. My Lord. Okay. The show had already been delayed for nearly 2 hours due to severe weather in the area. But once Beyonce finally hit the stage, she delivered an electrifying performance packed with hits from her latest country-inspired album. However, while she sang the soothing ballad about faith and grace, Chaos and Hell, Chaos and Hate. Let me add that to this. Chaos was just unfolding just beneath her as a group of fans began physically fighting near the stage. You would think that maybe it would, happen, in the concourse, maybe, in the nosebleed seats. No, near the stage where Beyonce is performing. Jesus. Video footage from the concert shows chairs being tossed aside as 2 individuals grapple with each other while others, somewhere in cowboy hats and western themed outfits in honor of the tourist estate, attempt to intervene. At one point, a person appears to strike another on the head, escalating the scuffle before the individuals finally stumble apart. It's unclear if security moved the parties involved or if any arrests were made, but Beyonce remained unfazed and kept performing as if nothing happened. Good on you. I don't know. Hey, get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. I'll refund them their money. These people had taken their time, energy, and their commitments from their life to come invest in mine. Get them out. But also, too, Beyonce is a professional. Okay, so it is what it is. She's gonna be a queen while they were being princesses, acting fucking fools. This is not the first time. Opening night, the first night of the tour, everybody, at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, a fight broke out when a woman allegedly knocked a cowboy hat off of another concert goer. Really? Like, what was the context? Like, did the hat get in the way of you being able to see the performance? Now, if that's the case, then okay, maybe just, hey, miss, I know you have your hat on and everything, but I can't see. But also, too, some people just don't have faculties to have communication skills. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. That minor incident quickly escalated to pushing, shoving, and even kicking with cowboy flying. The altercation gained widespread attention on social media and raised concerns about fan conduct at her shows. Beyonce, known for her commanding presence and professionalism, has not publicly commented on the fights, and her team has yet to address any changes to crowd management. Despite the sporadic violence, her tour has been praised for its stunning visuals, genre-blending sound, and her bold exploration of country and Americana themes, all while celebrating Southern Black culture. With dozens of shows still left on the tour schedule, fans are hoping future concerts can stay focused on music and not mayhem. As Beyonce herself sings in the tour's anthem, "This ain't Texas," but the saloon-style energy some fans are bringing might say otherwise. Here's to hoping concert goers can hold onto their cowboy hats and keep their hands to themselves. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like, you spend all that time, money, and not to mention too, y'all, like, we already got enough in the world dragging us down as it is. Like, really? You gonna do this at Beyonce's concert? Really? Now, what the other side gonna say, you see, black people can't behave themselves no damn way. Come on, y'all. Let's be better than that. That's my take on that, y'all. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Speaking of more news from blacknews.com, here it is here. Former President Joe Biden diagnosed with aggressive form of prostate cancer. Nationwide, former President Joe Biden, 82, has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has already metastasized to his bones. Oh, my Lord Jesus. According to a statement released by his personal office, the announcement made Sunday marks a serious health development for the former commander-in-chief, whose cancer has been classified with a Gleason score of 9, indicating the most severe category of prostate cancer. Despite the grave nature of the illness, his doctor says it's hormone sensitive, which allow for treatment options that can manage the disease effectively. Very well. Good news for Joe Biden for sure. According to CNN, the diagnosis followed recent reports that Biden have undergone evaluations after experiencing increased urinary symptoms. His medical team detected a prostate nodule, which led to a biopsy and the eventual confirmation of cancer. Biden is at home in Wilmington, Delaware, with his family as they consider potential treatments, including hormone therapy, chemotherapy, or radiation. Specialists stress that the choice of therapy must be weighed carefully, as some options may impact cognitive function, mood, and quality of life. Experts not involved in Biden's care have weighed in on the diagnosis. Dr. Jamin Barhat of Orlando Health notes that prostate cancer is common in older men and often manageable if detected early. However, Dr. Benjamin Davies from the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center emphasized that a Gleason score of 9 signifies a particularly dangerous form of the disease. While the cancer is not curable in its current stage, new therapies have significantly improved outcomes for many patients. The news adds to the ongoing discussions about Biden's health and age, which were recurring themes during his presidency and the 2024 campaign. Earlier in 2024, he underwent a physical exam at Walter Reed Medical Center that found him fit for duty with no major concerns. However, revelations from a recent book by CNN's Jake Tapper and Axios' Alex Thompson allege that signs of cognitive decline were visible well before Biden's exit from the 2024 race. The author claims aides that even discussed the possibility of him needing a wheelchair if he had served the second term. Despite stepping away from the political spotlight, Biden has made limited public appearances, including a recent interview on ABC's The View alongside his wife, Jill Biden. In that appearance, he refuted claims that his cognitive abilities had diminished during his final year in office. Jill Biden also defended her husband's work ethic, saying critics lack insight into the demands he faced. Now he rose to meet them daily. Cancer is a deeply personal issue for the former president, whose son, Beau Biden, died of brain cancer in 2015. In Beau's memory, Biden launched the Cancer Moonshot Initiative to accelerate cancer research and support families affected by the disease. Reacting to the news of Biden's diagnosis, former president Black news, you ain't right for shit. But I like your style, though. So I'm going to read it as the article has it here. Former President 47 broke from recent political attacks to offer well wishes to post on Truth Social. Melania and I are sad to hear about Joe Biden's recent medical diagnosis. We wish Joe a fast and successful recovery. And Michelle Obama and Barack Obama also gave well wishes as well. I'm sure that, former President Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama would probably get into Joe Biden's hospital room at his house at Wilmington, Delaware before the former president, as it says in this article, would get close to Joe Biden. Listen, prayers up to Joe Biden and his family. I know everybody was making fun of him for, not having for him not being cognitively all the way there. But I'd rather have a cognitively declined president than a fucking racist, bigot, sexist, and everything in fucking between trying to destroy the country because he doesn't like how he fucking moved as a person. Okay? And not to mention, too, we only see what we are able to be shown, right? So, at some point in time, y'all, right is right and wrong is wrong. So I pray for Joe Biden and his family in Jesus' name. Yes. Amen. And I will say this. I bet you there's a lot more prayers for the well wishes of Joe Biden than any well wishes going to the president and his family. I bet you that much. And say something. And you ain't going to say shit. Anyway, moving on. Sesame Workshop, everybody. As you guys know, the former president, as it said in the Black News article, blacknews.com article that we just read from, is trying to get rid of PBS and NPR, right? So Netflix came in to save the day. Sesame Street is coming to Netflix. It is coming to... It's coming to... And let's try that again. It's coming to... I don't know why it's going so slow. One more time. Y'all know where it's coming to. It's coming to Netflix, child. StreamYard. Sesame Street is coming to Netflix. Get ready for some more sunny days. Brought to you by the letter N. Here we go. May 19th, 2025. For more than half a century, Sesame Street has been a beloved cornerstone of children's media, enhancing young minds and nurturing a love of learning. Now, Elmo, Cookie Monster, Abby, Kadabi, and all of their friends are coming to Netflix later this year. The Sesame Street's all-new reimagined 56th season. You heard me correctly. 56th season. 56th season of Sesame Street. Hashtag mind blown. Plus 90 hours of previous episodes available to audiences worldwide. The new season will feature fresh format changes and the return of fan favorite segments like Elmo's World. Wait, Elmo's World wasn't on? Okay, listen. I don't watch Sesame Street like that anymore, but there's some segments that I expect to be on TV. We good. We good. I was a little ashamed and beside myself and disgusted with Sesame Street Workshop's behavior about Elmo's World, but it's back in the show. Okay. All right. Roll on. And Cookie Monster's foodie truck. New ways to play along as Cookie Monster opens his very own cookie car on Sesame Street. This will be a great tie-in for like Insomnia Cookies and Great American Cookies and mom and pop shops that, make cookies. That would be great. And if Cookie Monster needs some Cookie Monsters to eat the cookies on camera, Sesame Street, I'm right here. I am right here ready to eat cookies. Okay, just saying. And explore Abby's Fairy Garden, a home to surprising and delightful magical creatures. Additionally, episodes will now center on one 11-minute story, allowing for even more character-driven humor and heart. These new episodes of the iconic series will be available same day and date in the U.S. on PBS stations and PBS Kids digital platforms, bringing critical early learning to children throughout the country for free. Sesame Street Workshop is the global nonprofit behind Sesame Street, and Sal Perez and Kay Wilson Stallings serve as executive producers. Emmy Humantes and NAACP award nominee Hasten Pearson from Karma's World, Dee and Friends in Oz joins as head writer. Stay tuned for the release of new episodes of Sesame Street season 56 later this year on Netflix. Additional information: Sesame Street will continue to be available on PBS Kids and across the digital video and games platforms, continuing its 50-plus year legacy of using the power of public television to bring critical early learning to children across the country for free. Netflix has exclusive worldwide premiere rights, and episodes will be available day and date on PBS stations in the United States and across PBS Kids digital platforms. Netflix will also be able to develop video games for both Sesame Street and Sesame Street Mecha Builders. Kids and family viewing represents 15% of Netflix's total viewing, whether it's laughing alongside their favorite characters like Miss Rachel, Gabby's Dollhouse, Coco Melon Lane, Blippy, Hot Wheels Let's Race, or diving into exciting new adventures with the Sea Beast and Leah. We've built a space where kids can watch, play, and learn. Netflix makes family time easy and fun with dedicated kids profiles just made for them. Parents can set controls, check what their kids are watching, lock profiles on the pen, and even get helpful recaps, all to create a safe and personalized experience for their little viewers. Coming soon to the experience will be more games for kids included with all subscriptions. So right here about Sesame Street season 56. Sesame Street's reimagined 56th season will include the following new segments and format changes. New ways to play along. Cookie Monster opens his very own cookie cart on Sesame Street. Will there be cookie chaos or a sweet treat with every adventure? Abby's Fairy Garden is home to surprising and delightful magical creatures. What could possibly go wrong when Abby helps care for them? Well, if it's anything like caring for Rocco, who's a rock, it's going to be boring as hell. By the way, for those of you who don't know about Rocco is Abby's. Elmo does not like Rocco. He does not like Rocco here. He does not like Rocco there. He does not like Rocco anywhere. Elmo, he is. Okay. It was a video of Simone Biles and Elmo talking. And Simone Biles was like, I'm just so excited to, hang out with you today. Oh, thank you so much. But where's Rocco? And was like, what? I feel like America is Elmo and Rocco is the president of the United States. Rocco is a rock. Two camera moments. The characters speak directly to viewers and invite them into the action, capturing emotions and interactions. Animation overlays that highlight music, action, humor, and important story moments while adding visual excitement. Visual effects like wands, sparkles, bubbles, and confetti will add a touch of anything can happen magic to the storytelling. One 11-minute story, the longer format provides the opportunity to tell stories with even more character-driven humor and heart. A new animated segment, Tales from 1, 2, 3, that takes viewers inside the most famous apartment building in the world, where they can discover the wacky and whimsical building that Elmo, Cookie Monster, and friends call home. You know what? Never thought about, in all the 56 seasons of Sesame Street, we never really go inside that building. That could be a spinoff show, Netflix. I mean, not that you need any more money, okay, but just saying. The return of fan favorite episodes of Elmo's World and Cookie Monster's Foodie Truck. And then, of course, right here, format season 56 will be released in 3 batches. Production company is Sesame Workshop. Sal Perez and Kate Wilson Stallings, executive producers. New head writer, Hal Conson, Pearson, and Emmy Humanities. and NAACP award nominated TV maker who's worked as a writer, director, and producer for everything from preschool to late night. She was a writer and co-executive producer of Karama's World in 2021, and Diddy and Friends and Oz 2024 on Netflix. And then right here about Sesame Workshop. Sesame Workshop is the global nonprofit behind Sesame Street and so much more. For over 50 years, we have worked at the intersection of education, media, and research, creating joyful experiences that enrich minds and expand hearts, all in service of empowering each generation to build a better world. Our beloved characters, iconic shows, outreach in communities, and more bring playful early learning to families in more than 150 countries. 150 countries, and advance our mission to help children everywhere grow smarter, stronger, and kinder. Learn more at www.sesame.org and follow Sesame Workshop on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. But I'm also going to call it X since it's in the article. I respect Sesame Workshop. Elon Musk and I don't respect them for shit. So, with that being said, I'm very excited, very proud, and it fills my heart with joy that media companies are recognizing their social capital and they are utilizing it to save America from itself. And thank God we have companies that have free will to be able to do the right thing when the right thing needs to happen. Amen, amen, and amen. So, with that being said, here is the article from Deadline.com here. And there is Cookie Monster holding the end there. Sesame Street heads to Netflix with streaming deal for PBS children's series. Sesame Street has a new streaming home. Netflix has picked up the children's series, which will make its debut on the streamer later this year with an all-new reimagined 56th season, plus 90 hours previous episodes available to audiences worldwide. Netflix is coming on board after HBO Max opted not to renew its Sesame Street streaming deal at the end of last year. And HBO Max is dumb as hell for doing that because they just branded themselves as HBO Max again, and now Sesame Street is going to the biggest streamer in the world. So that's how dumb you are, HBO Max. Yeah. Why would you get rid of a brand that has over 50 years of social capital with kids and families around the world? Like, really? Did I mention that Warner Bros. Discovery has $40 billion worth of debt? But yeah, y'all the smart ones, though. Okay, all right. Finding a new streaming partner has been considered critical to the series' financial survival. The new episodes, which will now center on one 11-minute story, will be available same day and date in the United States on PBS stations and PBS Kids digital platforms, maintain U.S. kids free access to early learning, which Sesame Street is all about. That's a departure from Netflix's typical push for exclusivity unless a second window on a library title is involved. In addition to format changes, the new season will feature the return of fan favorite segments like Elmo's World and Cookie Monster's Foodie Truck. Sesame Workshop is the global nonprofit behind Sesame Street, with Sal Perez and Kate Wilson Stallings serving as executive producers. Emmy Humanitas and NAACP award nominee Halcon Pearson, Karma's World, Dee and Friends and Oz joins as head writer. As part of the deal, Netflix will also be able to develop video games for both Sesame Street and Sesame Street Mecha builders. While HBO Max has shifted its focus away from kids and family programming a couple of years ago, it represents 15% of Netflix's total viewing with shows such as CoComelon. So that sense should be more about Netflix, not HBO Max. But yeah. So anyway, 10 comments here. Let's go through all of them. I swear the fake outrage is crazy. Kids will not watch this. The only way it would survive is the only way this could survive is it turned adult like a regular sitcom or even something or even edgier. No, Sesame Street is just fine. It's been around for 50 years, okay? Only 90 hours of old episodes, such a painful joke. The show's availability has become in the past 5 years. Unreal. Otherwise, this is a bug win for Netflix. I'm disappointed in Disney for not unifying the Muppets on one platform. Sesame Street on Disney Junior and Disney Plus, as well as PBS, would have been wonderful. You would think Disney would be smart with that, but no, they're getting rid of Muppet Vision 3D for Monsters Land that really nobody asked for. Just saying, you got Lilo and Stitch coming out. I think bringing Stitch's world as a land would be more exciting than anything else. And not to mention, too, Stitch could be transformed into a Muppet and added to Muppet Vision 3D. See how that's called creativity? I think Bob Iger and Josh D'Amaro are allergic to creativity, and so are the Imagineers. Like I said, I want Disney to win. I want everybody to rise to the high of that sway because Disney has made it to 100 years. I want Disney to get back to something like this.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Where the fuck is that magic, Disney? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Because I ain't saying shit. And hey, Aries Girl Podcast. Hey, my gorgeous love. Good to see you. Hi, Bray Bray with the purple heart emoji. Came through to support and spend some time with you, my love. Well, welcome in. Glad to have you here, my friend. And listen, y'all. A lot of times when I'm going off, people think I'm being mean. But here's the gag, right? When you go off in real life, do you have people that understand that maybe you're just passionate, but comes across as angry? The black Dancey, the black proxy, the black imagination. Huh? When did having passion become a crime? Please let me know. Because if it had not been for black people being angry back in the day with sit-ins and making their own spaces and not giving up, guess what? We would still be in slavery. Or being strange fruit. Shout out to Lady Day, Billie Holiday. Whoa, my Lord Jesus. Why are you always angry all the time? So was MLK angry back in the day? Was Malcolm X angry back in the day? Was the Little Rock Nine angry back in the day? Were the 4 black girls who were at the bottom of the basement angry back in the day? Were the Freedom Riders angry back in the day? Was Rosa Parks angry back in the middle of the day? Was the woman who was supposed to be the first person to set off the Montgomery bus boycott, was she angry back in the day? I'm just asking questions. Or were they passionate and not taking no shit because they know they're worth more and they expect more out of this country? Some of y'all, thank God y'all were not leaders in the civil rights movement. Thank the Lord Jesus in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Damn. Moving on. Let me finish reading these comments. Kids are not going to watch this. Sesame Street has been on for 56 seasons. Whoever this person is a dumbass. saying kids are not going to watch Sesame Street on Netflix. You must be out your little mind. I truly don't understand Warner Bros. Discovery's vision. It's like they don't understand audiences at all. If it wasn't for the HBO legacy, the brand would be cooked. Giving up one of your most valuable children's brands of all time to your chop compare just when you partnered with Disney Hulu to package your services. It seemed like a no-brainer in terms of maximizing intellectual property. Warner Brothers Discovery has $40 billion worth of fucking debt. They decided to do this. Give up Sesame Street. Bravo. Bravo. Bravo fucking Bo, David Slasloff. Bravo fucking Bo. Damn. Again, great news as Sesame Street needed preservation to move forward. Also same-day releases on PBS. Nice. Let's hope this is one of the longer-term deals from them. David Slasloff decisions recently, and since beginning real sad, shows he's in a ring with no experience for family programs that the HBO was building on for years. Thank you, Netflix. Comments. Can't wait for my kids to not watch it. Once again, this person is a dumbass. Because guess what? If your kids ask for Elmo and Cookie Monster and they are annoying you for it, you're going to put on Netflix. Just shut them up, okay? It's true they don't care. I'll pray for your kids being stuck with a parent like you. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud. I also can't wait for the entire internet not to really care about your anonymous rants. Oh, wait, too late. Leave the OP alone. He's not getting facts wrong. And those are all the comments, okay? Okay. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. We have more Bring These Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now. From MediaTakeout.com. Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons. This is all alleged. Media Takeout is like a needle in a haystack. Okay, so here we go. Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti split. Angela jealous of Glorilla, allegedly. Let's get into it. Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti call it quits, and internet rumors may have played a role. Another celeb couple has officially hit pause, and this one stings a little. Just indeed there. Media Takeout can't confirm that Angela Simmons and rapper turned music vocal reportedly done, and the breakup tea is steeped in time, distance, and a whole lot of internet speculation. I'll wait to give my commentary, child. Let's roll on. According to one insider close to the couple, the split didn't happen overnight. Angela felt like she was putting in more effort than she was getting back. The source shared Yo Gotti's schedule was nonstop. Studios, businesses, appearance. She started to feel like she wasn't a priority. The couple's relationship has always been a fan favorite, especially since Yo Gotti famously rapped about having a crush on Angela years before they ever got together. When they finally hard launched their relationship in 2022, social media exploded with he really manifested her energy. But according to sources, things got complicated as Gotti's business empire expanded. Angela reportedly became frustrated by how much time he was spending away from her, and her concerns began to creep in, especially as internet rumors started to swirl that Gotti was getting too close to one of his artists, Glorilla. Let's see here. By the way, this is Angela's Cakes. So this is like a funnel cake. This is like a funnel cake pride. So Angela's got, her own pride line called Angela's Cakes. She even did a collab with Oreo as well. She was like in the bathtub and Oreos were all over her and stuff. And people were like, oh my God, you this, that, and the third. But she got the bag from Nabisco, okay? Listen. Let's pause right there. Media Takeout looked into the Glorilla rumors, and from what we found, there's zero credible evidence to suggest anything romantic between her and Yo Gotti. The two have a strong artist-level relationship, but that's about it. Still, the whispers online apparently began to weigh on Angela. Insider says she expressed concerns to Gotti multiple times. Angela's not the jealous type of friend share, but she's also not going to ignore red flags, even if they're just rumors. He wanted more reassurance, more presence. She wanted rather more reassurance, more presence, more time. but seems Gotti wasn't in a place to give that with mounting career demands and what some insiders describe as emotional fatigue from constant conversations about the same issues. Yo Gotti reportedly suggested they take a break, and Angela, although hurt, agreed. Oh, the breakup was described as mature and respectful, but there's no doubt it left both of them feeling a little bit bruised. Angela, who has been sharing soft solo looks on social lately, has not publicly addressed the split. Yo Gotti, true to form, has kept things quiet, professional, posted more about music than romance, which is what you should do. If it's a breakup, not everybody needs to know, right? So is this the end for good or just a chapter closed for now? Only time will tell. But for now, Angela Simmons is single, glowing back in her girl boss energy. Yo Gotti, well, he might be riding the next bar about heartbreak. Stay tuned. The story's far from over. So here's why I feel like let's go back for a minute, right? So let's go back to this right here, Angela's Cakes. You see, she's partnered with the Sugar Factory, right? Yo Gotti, why couldn't you, this is just an idea since your empire is expanding, why couldn't you partner up with the Sugar Factory to make Angela's Cakes restaurants, right? Because guess what? That would be a part of your empire and hers. Just saying, right? Because you guys will be spending time together, this, that, and the third. Angela Simmons and Vanessa Simmons had a clothing line, so maybe that could come back. I mean, Nelly's Apple Bottoms, is coming back as a fashion line, so maybe that can be there. I feel like people make time and arrangements for things that they want to care about. Now, listen, for some everyday people like myself and you and all of us, time and distance and resources, it is what it is. But you Yo Gotti and she Angela Simmons. You mean to tell me that you can't hire more people so you can spend more time with her? I'm just saying. Okay, John. Okay. I mean, let me know in the live chat over here or down below. And for those of you in the for those of you watching this on the replay, gang, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think that maybe Yo Gotti could have made some businesses to help Angela's bag rise so his bag will rise, and could he hire more people? Or maybe is this just two people just being grown, both in their bag, both in their hustle, both being about their purpose, and things just, it is what it is. So, all right, y'all. Speaking of MediaTakeout.com, here it is here from MediaTakeout.com once again. Yes, indeed. So Chris Brown, everybody, arrested bottle attack in the United Kingdom, faces 10 years in prison. Chris Brown arrested in the United Kingdom over 2023 nightclub assault allegation. R&B superstar Chris Brown was arrested early Thursday morning in Manchester, England, in connection with a serious assault allegation stemming from an incident more than 2 years ago. The arrest took place at the Lowry Hotel, a 5-star property where Brown had been staying after arriving in the UK for upcoming tour dates. According to the Metropolitan Police, Brown was taken into custody around 2 a.m. on suspicion of grievous bodily harm. The arrest is related to a February 2023 incident at Tape nightclub in London's upscale Mayfair district, where Brown allegedly assaulted music producer Abe Da'al. Sorry if I butchered that name. Listen, I'm a black man from Arkansas, so listen. The charge carries a 10-year prison sentence. Media Takeout confirmed. Da'al has claimed that Brown struck him multiple times with a glass bottle before continuing the assault while he was on the ground. He described the alleged incident as unprovoked, saying that Brown and members of his entourage were attending a club night called Dirty Martini when the altercation occurred. The injuries were reportedly significant enough to warrant hospital treatment. Police confirmed that a 36-year-old man was arrested at a hotel in Manchester shortly after 2 a.m. on Thursday, May 15th, on suspicion of grievous bodily harm. He has been taken into custody where he remains. The arrest relates to an incident at a venue in Hangover Square on February 19th, 2023. By the way, I'm doing that for our deaf and blind viewers. And by the way, y'all, it's important to recognize everybody. You know what I mean? So when you are, and this is just a pro tip, not just about being a content creator, but just being a social investor of this, platform called the world. When you make when you make love, grace, and space for everybody, then that love, grace, and space comes back to you. So the more that we recognize everybody, the more that everybody recognizes us. So I just wanted to throw that in there. The timing of the arrest is noticeable. Brown had just arrived in the United Kingdom on a private jet. Was expected to perform a series of shows across Britain and Ireland as a part of his Breezy Bowl XX tour. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why is he, in Britain and Ireland? Because allegedly, overseas, Chris Brown is getting the bags more than him being in the United States. So it's going to where the money is. Set to begin on June 15th at Co-op in Manchester. The tour includes high-profile stops at Villa Park in Birmingham, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, Hampton Park in Glasgow, Principality Stadium in Cardiff, and Rockfarnham, Ireland, before concluding back in Manchester on July 3rd. So June to July, so about a month, he will be on tour. Whether the arrest will impact these tour dates is still unknown, as Brown remains in custody and has yet to issue a public statement regarding the allegations. Brown, now 36, has had a highly public career for both success and controversy. He broke out at the age of 16 with his debut hit Run It, Run It, and went on to release over 10 studio albums, earning Grammy Awards and selling millions of records globally. He is also known for chart toppers like No Air with Jordan Sparks. Tell me how, what's the lyrics? Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe. Tell me how I'm supposed to live without me. How you supposed to live without me? Y'all never have to worry about me going on American Idol. No air, no air. And forever for this one night and living on the dance for forever. I'll move on. Y'all not here for my singing. Thanks, guys, for the support. I'm really crying internally of the support, love, and investment you give to me so much. Thank you so much. Truly humbled. It continues to enjoy a strong international fan base. However, Brown's legal troubles have often made headlines. Most notably, he pled guilty to felony assault in 2009 on a domestic incident involving the girlfriend Rihanna, which, by the way, Rihanna and Chris Brown are good. Rihanna hugged Chris Brown at an event, and also too, Rihanna also mentioned that she, beat on Chris Brown as well. I'm not excusing the behavior. DV is shit behavior to do from a man or a woman. I'm just bringing context, conjecture, and connection to this destination that we are at right now, and has faced a series of legal issues in the years since. This latest arrest adds to the complex legacy surrounding Brown, a globally recognized artist whose talent has been long shadowed by personal controversies. As this case unfolds, more information is expected to be released by the United Kingdom authorities. Brown's legal team has not yet commented on the arrest or the allegations. Well, what do I think about this destination? People have the right to, let's see here. Why on earth did Chris Brown his team, people/team think it was a good idea to go to the UK knowing he had charges? Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, this was just a recent, lawsuit filed for what happened 2 years ago, right? So maybe he didn't know about the lawsuit, right? So he's like, okay, well, it happened. Maybe Chris Brown and that music producer took care of things that night. He moved on. So, but that's also a very good point as well. If his team, his people, and him knew that he had charges, then why would he go over to the UK? That's a very, very, very fair question, Gorgeous, for sure. So to that end, from MediaTakeout.com, once again, Chris Brown denied bail over United Kingdom bottle attack. arrest. Chris Brown will remain in custody in a UK jail until his next court appearance next month. After he was arrested last Friday over a 2023 nightclub incident, the star has been charged with causing grievous bodily harm with intent following an investigation by the Metropolitan Police of London. On Thursday, Breezy was arrested at Salford's 5-star Lowry Hotel at 2 a.m. The singer has flown into the UK to play 10 dates for his European tour, Breezy Bowl XX. Producer Amadou Abdoal alleges that the assault took place at a London nightclub, which is called Tap nightclub. On February 19th, 2023, Brown allegedly hit Dow with a ball several times while kicking him and throwing blows. Dow also alleged that Brown had brutally assaulted him by beating him over the head with a large bottle of Don Julio tequila. If it's anything like the 1.75 bottle of Don Julio tequila, that's a bottle. That's a bottle. That's a bottle. Do you hear me? He says the beating was so severe that even when he was unconscious, Brown allegedly began to stomp on him for approximately 30 seconds. He says he suffered several long-lasting injuries. If found guilty, Brown can spend up to 16 years behind bars. I mean, listen, if all that happened, right, where there's sustained injuries that are lifelong lasting, then, you know, it is what it is. I feel like if Chris was in that situation, he would also want to file charges as well, no matter how long it was ago, right? But there is an update. There's an update on Chris Brown here. Justice Department pulls civil rights investigations into the local police departments. But people want to be so engulfed in reality TV, you dumb fucks. Just wanted to mention that. Let's roll on. Chris Brown freed on $6.7 million bail by the United Kingdom court ahead of assault trial. This comes to us from NBCnews.com. Brown, 36, is now technically free to commence his United Kingdom and Ireland tour that begins in Manchester on June 15th, 2 days after his trial is due to start. From London, Chris Brown, the singer and rapper facing trial in the United Kingdom next month for an alleged nightclub attack, was released on $6.7 million bail after a Wednesday hearing. Brown, 36, is now technically free to commence his United Kingdom and Ireland tour that begins in Manchester on June 15th, 2 days after his trial is due to start in London. By the way, that is Volcano Bay from Universal Orlando Resort. Shout out to visitorlando.com. Experience the getaway you deserve in Orlando. Judge Tony Barner told the Southwark Crown Court on Wednesday that Brown could be freed subject to a euro 5 million, which will equate to US dollars, so $6.7 million bail payment, which would be forfeit if certain conditions are not met or if he fails to turn up at his next court appearance, the British Press Association reports. So basically, if whatever conditions that they set are not met and he fails to turn up at his next court appearance, he will be back in jail. Brown was not present in court for the bail hearing. Chris, question, bro. Why would you not be in court for the bail hearing when this right here that I'm reading from NBCnews.com, by the way, shout out to NBCnews.com for the intel here. It would be nice to know that you are free. It will also be nice to know it will be also nice to know what to do, so that way you won't have to be back in jail. Because you could go away for 16 years. I think a bail hearing that could determine your livelihood would be important to you. Just keeping it above. The singer is accused of causing grievous bodily harm by throwing a tequila bottle in a nightclub in Manchester 2023. He has yet to enter a plea in the case. Brown was previously arrested for assaulting the singer Rihanna, an ex-girlfriend, in 2009. He pled guilty to felony assault that same year. In 2017, Team Brown's ex-girlfriend, Bob Tran, was granted a 5-year restraining order against him in 2022. He was accused of drugging and raping a woman on a yacht in 2020. In a lawsuit filed in Los Angeles County Court, that case was later dismissed for a lack of prosecution after no one from either side showed up for a scheduled hearing, NBC Palm Springs reported. So that is the latest there. Shout out to Patrick Smith, a London-based editor and reporter for NBC News Digital. Thank you for that, good sir. All right, y'all, as we roll on here, shout out to rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years of being a platform. As you see there, they changed it to Rolling Out Next 25, so that would be 50 years as a platform. You got 25 more to go, like you guys said, but congratulations for the work and progress and the success thus far. Yes, indeed. Tina Knowles doesn't want Blue Ivy to be in entertainment. A fashion icon, I was about to say a fashion icon, but fashion icon and proud grandmother shares concerns about the entertainment industry. Tina Knowles, host Blue Ivy Car, doesn't go into entertainment. The statement comes from a mid-growing interest in the talented teenager who has already garnered attention for her performances alongside her superstar mother. The 71-year-old fashion designer and also is a part of Sacred, the hair care line from Beyonce, whose daughter is Beyonce, is proud that Blue Ivy, 13, Lord, she's 13 years old. Lord, she was a little baby, my Lord Jesus. Kids growing up is a blessing because they're above the ground. They are moving and they are being about the possibilities of what can be. That's a blessing in Jesus' name. Yes, yes, yes. Amen, amen, amen. For getting up on the stage herself on the Crazy in Love Hitmakers Cowboy Car Tour, but she does not want to lead to her following in her famous mother's footsteps. Blue Ivy's stage appearances have already generated significant buzz, showcasing her natural performance abilities. So I mean, just a carbon copy of her mama. Oh, she got it. She got it.
I look is there so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more every time. Baby, I'm thinking you got to go.
Adjusted the hat, kept it moving. Oh, she's got it. Tina, you can't stop this greatness, child. You can't stop it. I mean, fluid in every sense of the word. I mean, just, man. Come on, work it, baby. Yes, work it. Work it. She's got, Tina, you can't stop that. I'm sorry, you cannot. Child, she did better than what I would have done, which would have been not a damn thing. Praise the Blue Ivy Carter, child. Yes, indeed. Man, my wish for her is that I wish she would do something else. I hope that she doesn't go into entertainment. She told Extra, I think it's a huge sacrifice. It's a huge sacrifice on your life. But if she chooses to do it, I'm going to be right up front screaming and cheering. But hopefully she chooses to do something else. But what do I know? That's why her mom let her do it, because she's got her confidence there, and it's beautiful to see. The entertainment industry often demands intense schedules, public scrutiny, factors Tina likely considers in her concerns. Tina pointed out that Blue's 7-year-old sister Rumi, who Beyonce also has with husband Jay-Z, has also loved getting to join her mother and sibling on stage during the recent run. The Cowboy Car Tour has been drawing massive audiences across the states. Little Rumi also, she told us every night during Renaissance, I'm ready to go out there. We were like, okay, next time. She added, oh, that's so sweet. And this time her mom let her go. It was wonderful to see her out there. They need to let her loose because she's back there doing choreography and twirling and doing supplies and everything else. I'm like, let her loose one night. Ruby's enthusiasm shows the natural performance instinct that runs in the family. Sorry, y'all. Despite her reservations about Blue or Rumi chasing a career in music, Tina is delighted to see Blue gaining confidence by the day. Performing arts can significantly boost self-esteem in adolescence, regardless of future career paths. Well, it's the best, because at the end of the day, the most important bonus is that I just see the confidence just growing every day. She said Blue is tall. She is like 5 foot. She's like 5'9". She's 13 years old. And I would say stand tall, because your grandmother always wanted to be tall. And she would still kind of slump a little bit. But now we got the mom pose and she's strutting in, is confident. And that's the most important thing to me. Tina's pride in her granddaughter's growing self-assurance is evident throughout her comments. Tina's concerns reflect broader conversations about the pressures faced by performers, especially those who began their careers young. Early exposure to the spotlight can present unique challenges for identifying development and privacy. The Knowles-Carter family has historically maintained careful boundaries around their children's public appearances, prioritizing well-being over exposure. Beyonce and Jay-Z have thoughtfully managed how and when their children appear publicly. Blue Ivy has already demonstrated considerable talent through her collaborative work with her mother, leading to speculation about whether she might eventually follow a similar path despite her grandmother's hopes. Industry experience shows that children of successful entertainers face unique expectations and comparisons. The pressure to match or exceed parent success can be particularly challenging for second-generation performers. Tina Knowles herself has had a successful career in fashion and business, giving her valuable perspective on diverse professional opportunities. Her background provides insight into alternative career possibilities she might envision for her grandchildren. Educational experts emphasize the importance of allowing children to explore their various interests before committing to specific paths, particularly when they have famous parents. Building skills and personal development often take precedence over career decisions at young ages. While ultimately expressing hope for Blue Ivy to explore paths outside of entertainment, Tina ultimately emphasizes supporting her granddaughter's choices and celebrating her growing confidence, demonstrating the balance between protective guidance and nurturing a young person's emerging sense of self. I'll say this. Hey, Hilla, good to see you, my friend. I'll say this, right? First of all, you can't stop that, Tina Knowles, Mama Tina, as you are known as, right? Number two, I think it's important to allow children to move in their freedom, right? Because how do you know what you can become if you don't have the opportunity to try? The entertainment industry is knees weak, arms heavy like spaghetti. Energy is like knees weak, arms heavy like spaghetti. Energy, to use Eminem's words, right? But I think Beyonce and Jay-Z have done a beautiful job, right? I mean, we saw Blue Ivy during Beyonce Bowl, And here's the thing. When I was in choir at Part B Arts and Science in high school, I was in varsity choir and I was in lab singers, right? And the consistency, right, of getting to class on time, getting to have those social skills, being a teammate, being a team leader, knowing that a sharp is 7 and a flat is 4, and doing, shoulder, rubs. We would do, team shoulder rubs and neck rolls. Ooh, Lord child. Doing neck rolls, right? And doing those vocal exercises and being dressed up in the tux and the cummerbund and, walking from the choir room over to the auditorium, right? And sitting down and waiting to, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. Actually, we would go from the choir room and then there was a backstage area and then we would all file in and then the curtain will open and, like I said, I sung at the Clinton Library before. I also sung at the Robinson Center Music Hall. I sung at the old State House when I think it was when Bill Clinton had his 20th anniversary. We actually got to sing. So I've been some places. For sure, like I told y'all, I sung at the AKA convention at the State House Convention Center. So, you know, choir really does build those skill sets, and it builds a work ethic. So if anything, I think, and not to mention too, you know, the Lion King movie, right? Allowing her to see what a movie looks like. So that way, when Blue Ivy Carter decides what she wants to do, at least she has a good foundation to know how to make decisions, right? So, but you know, I think Mama Tina is just being a protective grandmother, right? Ask Tina where she would be if Beyonce had chosen to do something else. You know what? In the words of Melody Cherie, I'm not about to play the piano with you. But also, no lies told either, right? No lies told either. And hey, Helen from Aries Girl Podcast. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. So we got to go, right, from Blue Ivy Carter doing great to Wendy Williams doing bad. Here we go. From People Magazine, People.com. Wendy Williams was moved from her care facility floor after allegedly sneaking up onto the roof and getting drunk on her birthday. A new documentary claims Wendy Williams was placed in her assisted living facility's memory unit after sneaking off to get drunk in July 2024. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this memory care unit, this assisted living facility, does have a bar. So if it's a living assisted facility, then why does it have a bar? But I think it was Aries Girl Podcast or somebody during one of our virtual tours that we were on tour together said, and I quote, that there are some assisted living facilities that do have bars, right? So listen, we try to cover. Jesus. I'll give you spicy high on that. Bother me for a minute. Okay. We're good, y'all. We're good. So here we go. What you need to know. A new documentary called Trapped: What is Happening to Wendy Williams dug deeper into Williams' alcoholism, dementia diagnosis, and guardianship. Williams is currently on the memory floor unit of an assisted living facility in New York. The investigative journalist Diane Diamond claimed that she was only moved there after sneaking off to get drunk on her 60th birthday. The former talk show host previously admitted that she had celebrated that year but has since gotten sober. A new documentary is delving into Wendy Williams' alcoholism, an hour-long special called Trapped: What is Happening to Wendy Williams. Let me see. I'm sure there's a trailer for it. Yep, there is a trailer. Okay, we'll watch that here in just a brief moment. An hour-long special called Trapped: What is Happening to Wendy Williams, which premiered on Monday, May 19th on the Investigation Discovery Channel, which is under Warner Bros. Discovery, taking a deeper look into her life under a guardianship. The former talk show host, 60, currently resides in a secure floor of a New York City assisted living facility, but investigative journalist Diane Diamond claimed that wasn't always the case. Wendy was on the third floor in this care unit where she has had access to hallways to the elevator. Diamond alleged on her birthday she decided to get in the elevator and see where she could go. It went all the way up to the rooftop bar, and it being her birthday, she ordered a drink, then another one, and another, who knows how many, but she will admit to you that she got drunk and had a relapse. Her treatment is to be sent to a much more restrictive ward. She claimed it, and that was the 5th floor, the memory care unit, where she has a room with a bathroom and a television. She's locked on to that floor 24/7 unless the guardian gives her permission to go out once in a while. Representatives from Williams did not immediately return people's requests for comment. Williams, who was placed under a guardianship in 2022 and diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia (FTD), the following year has addressed these claims before during a March interview on The View, which we covered here on Virtual Tour Live. She admitted that she celebrated in July 2024 when she turned 60, but insisted that she is now sober. My relationship with substances is fine and it's wonderful. She said, I've had my devices and I have to tell you something. I'm easily going on with my life alcohol free. So our doctors have weighed in on the possibility of Williams having alcohol-induced dementia rather than FTD. Alcohol is one of the main causes of cognitive decline, dementia rather, brain disorder specialist Daniel Amen said in Trapped in Fat, I believe that alcoholic dementia is the second most common cause. Since Williams began speaking out about her conservatorship and health issues at the beginning of 2025, her guardian Sabrina Morris has requested that she receive a new medical evaluation that will involve comprehensive neurological and psychological testing by specialists in the field. Now, of course, if you don't know, Wendy Williams did not decide to get that test for Sabrina Morsery because Sabrina Morsery is a piece of shit who has disrespected, has maligned and socially mollywopped Wendy Williams in the court of public opinion. And Wendy knew that that evaluation could be used against her based on the people that Sabrina Morsery would have gotten. So there's that. The issue of whether Williams has the capacity to assess what is in her own best interest deserves renewed careful consideration by qualified experts and should not be left to careless speculations in the tabloids, radio, or on the internet. February 5th stated. Then in March, Williams was taken to the hospital following a welfare check requested by her health care advocate, Gina Lissa Monsanero, when the pair later called into Good Day New York with Rosanna Scotto, who is a good friend of Wendy Williams. Williams announced that she passed the exams at the hospital with flying colors. That was the day when Wendy, threw out a note. Somebody picked it up, and that's how she was able to get out of the hospital. Morsery, however, told people that Williams was never scheduled her new medical evaluation. Medical tests including MRI, brain scan, and neuropsychological assessment had been scheduled with Williams. Morsery told people the court directed that the testing be completed in March. Ms. Williams had declined to participate in the testing to date. Therefore, the testing was not completed. In response, Williams told people she was not aware of the guardian's claim that she had opted out of recent testing. I don't know anything about that, she added with a laugh, adding bullshit. I'm open to what I am open to. I can't talk about it right now. Trapped. What is happening to Wendy Williams is available to stream on Max. That will be HBO Max, but it's also available to stream on Discovery Plus as well. So let me get the trailer up here, and then I'm going to turn it up here because y'all know how all these networks are about playing clips, even though they want their content to rise up and be known and be seen by everybody. Like, why do this? Why have a YouTube channel where you posting clips and reviews and this, that, and the third? But yeah, if content creators use it, you want to knock them out, though. Okay, child. And who does that help? Because TV watching is the dominant, way that people watch YouTube. All right, here we go. Let me pause it here. Turn it all the way up. And here we go.
What is going on with Wendy Williams?
Rumors she was an alcoholic.
Kevin was a serial cheater. Wendy Williams collapsed on set.
I have thyroid disease.
She got hammered.
Wendy was in the darkest of her life.
Wells Fargo filed a petition for guardianship.
I want to live in the style in which I deserve.
Mental acuity. Is it 100%? Probably not.
The battle to free Wendy is picking up steam.
Welcome to my world. Things just start to spiral at that point. She thought me, wow, what's the record?
A faltering marriage, her fame was in jeopardy, family issues. That's a recipe for disaster.
Something was going on. Are you sad about the show being canceled?
He was diagnosed with dementia.
Dementia? That doesn't even make any sense.
she may need more help than even the average person.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse. Why is she locked in there? They were lying to me when they say they can go out of guardianship. That's what the end game is. Guardianships can be very, very difficult to terminate. The good, the bad, the raw, and the ugly.
Is there a chance that she's misdiagnosed? We see that all the time.
You can start from the top, please.
Wait, extra? Extra? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. You mean... Wait a minute. Hang on. You mean Extra, the entertainment magazine Extra? What? When did Extra start doing content? By the way, for those of you who are wondering, well, what does Extra have to do with this documentary? Let me show you. Let me show you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand the moves that are happening in front of you. Let me just show you. I had no idea. I sincerely had no idea about that. So remember I told you, right, that Investigation Discovery is under Warner Brothers Discovery. Telepictures is a Warner Brothers entertainment company, and right there is Extra. So, okay, then I guess Extra is like, well, TMZ is not going to be the only, entertainment news platform doing content around here. Okay, then. Let me see something. Did y'all do something on the Extra's YouTube channel to talk about this at all? Bet you the only thing you probably did was a damn video, child. You probably didn't even do a YouTube live one. That's a damn shame. I'm guessing, okay? A moment, y'all. Okay, here's Extra TV. Right here. Let me type in Wendy. Are you serious? So the latest thing that y'all did was 1 month ago. And y'all, what is wrong with y'all? In the words of Barbara Walters, if you done something, if you worked on it, if you brought resources to bear, then fucking promote it. See? You didn't go live about the documentary, and you didn't even do a video on it. You know what? Extra. Okay. That's your choice. That's your choice. That is your choice. But you cannot do this. Extra presents Trapped. What's happening to Wendy Williams? And not talk about it on Extra. That's just a dumbass move. Let's roll on, child. Okay. From TechCrunch.com. Google debuts AI-powered video tool called Flow. At its Google I/O 2025 developer conference on Tuesday, Google announced Flow, a new AI-powered video tool geared toward filmmaking. Rather, the company said it's using a trio of its AI models, artificial intelligence models, VEO for video generation, imaging for image generation, and Gemini for text and prompting to power the new tool. Flow is following in the footsteps of other tools by letting users import characters or scenes, or letting them create those artifacts within the tool. For instance, Google itself launched a new video generation tool called Video FX last year under Google Labs. Flow, however, may be able to reach a wider user base. The new tool also offers features like camera control to change the angle of a camera or view within the scene, a scene build to edit or extend shots, and direct the flow of the scene, as well as tools for asset management. Yes, that is a chicken in the back seat of a car. Okay, just wanted to point out the extraness of it. Plus, the company is launching Flow TV, a curated stream of clips and content where other viewers can see exact prompts behind these videos to understand other users' creative flows. Is this going to have anything to do with 100 Zeros, which is Google's new television film division? We talked about that here on Virtual Tour Live. Google is now in the TV film business, and guess what? These are not going to be on YouTube. They want to pitch to Netflix, to Hulu, to HBO Max, to ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and CW. Yeah. Startups like Moon Valley, DID, Chi-Hu, and Hendra have also been trying to create video solutions in similar realms to help people have access to certain filmmaking tools to create artificial intelligence generated features. While Google's models are present in a lot of these tools, the Flow demonstrates that Google also wants to enter the application layer of the artificial intelligence video generation process. Google will initially Flow will initially be available to users in the United States on Google AI Pro and the new Google AI Ultra plan. Pro users can access 100 generations a month, while Ultra users will receive a higher but currently unspecified limit, along with access to Google's latest video models. It's interesting. These AI YouTube channels have been popping up everywhere. You guys have seen it. And I'm just like, okay, if these AI channels can get play buttons, y'all need to make some accommodations for some other people. Like a bronze play button at 5,000 subscribers. When you reach that, let me go in my description box, because I said exactly what play buttons need to be added, because this don't make no damn sense at all. Don't make no damn sense at all. Give me a moment. Okay. So I said at 5,000 subscribers, you need a bronze play button. 10,000 subscribers, you need a purple play button. And then at 50K means yellow. Okay. So that way, yellow, you're almost there, get ready to ramp up. So we need those play buttons if you guys are going to be using Google Flow. If you guys are making Google Flow available for everybody, because believe me, AI content creators will be using this for YouTube. As you guys know, we cover the creator economy as well. Y'all, that is our show. Those are all 8 destinations in 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 1 second. Not too bad for a virtual tour live, Brainley's virtual tour live. By the way, everybody, you guys are going to get 3 shows in 1 day. So you're watching this show right now, the morning edition of Virtual Tour Live, but there's a little something coming, actually a big something coming later on tonight at 5:45 p.m. Yes, indeed. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, in 5 hours is the Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live Epic Mentum Universal Epic Universe Grand Opening Celebration, presented by Xfinity. Watch party, everybody. Yes, indeed. We will be here live at 5:45 p.m. Of course, I will be streaming it live from Universal Orlando's YouTube channel. So we'll be there live streaming Epic Universe. And if you're wondering what Epic Universe is, Universal's Epic Universe is, it looks a little something like this.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
That is happening tonight. The grand opening celebration. Yes, the fireworks are going off behind us here, ladies and gentlemen. That will be happening tonight at 5:45 p.m. So meet me here for that. I'll be giving live commentary. We will be having a wonderful, wonderful time here for sure. Then right after that, we will be covering the Diddy trial as well, because it is day 8 of the Diddy trial. So 3 shows in one day, everybody. I was about to say in one day, ladies and gentlemen. There. All right, it's time for your positive news story. Y'all know I got it for you, and y'all, this has been joked about for so many years, but now it's happening. From marketingdive.com, Dive Brief, Uno plays into game night trend with themed social clubs. To kick off the campaign, the Mattel-owned brand plans on decking out a Las Vegas suite in themed decor. Let's get into it. I know. We have talked about many, many times over that Uno should never come to Vegas, because if you think playing blackjack, spades, Russian roulette, slots ruins lives, but especially in the Black community when it comes to spades, Uno is the spades for everybody else, and now it's coming to Vegas. Let's get into it. Dive Brief. Uno, the Mattel-owned game, plans to operate a series of social clubs across the country to encourage fans of the game to gather in person and play together, according to information shared with Marketing Dive. The first Uno social club will open at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas from July 18th to the 20th. So 18, 19, 20. So only 3 days. 3 days. With a suite decorated in the game's color palette of red, green, yellow, and blue. Consumers can enter to win a suite by posting a TikTok video using the new Uno reverse card filter. Okay, you know what? I have a TikTok. I'm going to end up, because let me tell you something. Yes. yes, and yes. Public social clubs at bars and other venues across the country are planned for later this year. So this one in Vegas is far from the last one, rather. Okay. As we can see here, there are tables here, a little lounge area here, and there's a bowling alley there. Yes, indeed. Public social clubs at bars and other venues across the country are planned for later this year. These pop-up events will include Uno-themed drink menus, photo ops, and tournament-style play. You know, how about food? If I'm thinking of red, I'm thinking of Hattie B's Nashville hot chicken. If I'm thinking of green, I'm thinking of salad. If I'm thinking of yellow, I'm thinking of like Indian curry. or lemon pound cake. And when I think of blue, I'm thinking of like maybe, what is blue? Not Jello shots. That's too easy. I'm trying to think food dishes that are blue. Maybe some. Could you do that? Oh, you know what? Blueberry cookies from Sesame cookies. See how we work over here. Yes, indeed. Let's roll on. Dive insight. Uno social clubs are intended to put the game at the center of tabletop gaming culture, which is a very huge culture, which has seen a growth in popularity largely fueled by younger consumers, with the global tabletop market expected to hit $34.1 billion by 2030. The Mattel brand is leveraging the desire for in-person connection to keep the game relevant with younger generations as the game is based seeds and influx competition. While social clubs put in-person experiences front and center, the effort still has a heavy digital focus. For example, encouraging fans to post a video using a special TikTok filter and the hashtag Uno Social Club and hashtag Mattel Contest for a chance to win a stay at the Las Vegas Suite will help drive social media engagement. Additionally, the brand is putting paid support behind branded video during the submission period, which lasts until June 19th. So you also have time. Paid brand ambassadors will also have access to the suite. Wait, hang on, wait. How paid and brand ambassadors? Don't just say that shit and not put a way for it to happen. Okay. Demand for tabletop games saw an initial uptick during the COVID-19 pandemic as consumers looked for time away from screens during lockdown. However, as the world reopened, tabletop gaming's popularity continued to grow. This has led to an influx of board game cafes and other venues where consumers gather to play games face-to-face. Uno social clubs take advantage of the demand for in-person gaming while making the card game the sole focus of consumer attention. A traditional board game cafe can have over 1,000 different options for consumers to choose from. Uno is one of the top-selling games in the world, largely due to its quick and easy-to-learn nature. In 2023, approximately 60 decks were sold every minute. So in a minute is 60 seconds. Since its inception in 1971, the game has repeatedly looked for ways to maintain its relevance. Variations on the game include Uno Golf, Uno Teams, and Uno Show Them No Mercy. Provide consumers with new ways to play. Variations on the game will be showcased in the Las Vegas Suite. Mattel saw revenue of $826.6 million. $826.6 million in quarter one. On the first quarter of 2025, a 2.11% year-over-year increase according to an earnings report released earlier this month. During a call discussing the results, executives addressed concerns around Uno's production amid tariffs as the game is produced in China and in India. Versions of the game produced in China will be directed toward consumers outside the United States, while production in India will be ramped up to meet U.S. market demand. So first of all, very, very awesome. I'm loving this. I think that, these Uno social clubs definitely is a way for Mattel to expand itself. As you guys may or may not know, they have Mattel Adventure Park that's supposed to be opening up in Arizona. I think in one more location, if I'm not mistaken. So here is the press release here. Y'all know we do press releases all the time. And here are the contacts right here. Kelly, Kelly. Let me zoom in. Not doxing. I'm just showing the contacts of the press release. By the way, press releases have been out for years. Press releases are basically the best way for you to make everything short, sweet, and to the point for content creators, influencers, and everybody who's a power player in media. So Kelly Powers, KELLY.POWERS at Mattel.com, and Sarah Larkin, SARAH.LARKIN at Mattel.com. I'm reading those because if you are a content creator, they did say paid brand ambassadors. Don't you ever say that I don't help the culture in your past, present, or afterlife. Mattel debuts Uno social clubs, turning the classic card game into the ultimate night out. Fans can enter for a chance to win a weekend stay in an Uno-themed luxury suite at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. Mattel not telling you what to do, but if y'all were smart, there is the real world suite that, they just have there and they rent that out. I think y'all should do the same thing. But hey, listen, I'm just giving suggestions. Here we go from El Segundo, California. Mattel Incorporated, a leading global toy and family entertainment company and owner of one of the most iconic brand portfolios in the world, today announced the launch of Uno Social Clubs, the ultimate game night destination. Uno Social Clubs transforms game nights into an elevated social experience where friends connect, compete, and create memories and videos across the country. To kick off the summer, the Uno brand is opening the doors to its first ever decked. You see what they did there? Because the Uno deck. No? Okay. Uno Social Club in one of the gaming capitals of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. This experience at the Palms Casino Resort gives one lucky winner and a guest to stay, play, and go wild card in one of the most colorful suites in town from Friday, July 18th through Sunday, July 20th. Y'all can't make it 7 days? My Lord G. Mattel. You make it 7 days so that way you can gain the most content, so that way you can put on your social media platforms. 3 days? That's all we get? 3 days? 3 fucking days? I mean, I guess we should be grateful that's even happening, but still, this is my media brain, and don't at me, Mattel. I'm loving this stuff. We created Uno Social Clubs to reimagine what game night can be, bringing people together for a real-world fun connection and a bit of friendly competition, said Ray Adler, Vice President, Global Head of Games at Mattel. The Uno Social Club in Las Vegas is just the beginning, and we're excited to see how these new experiences inspire players to show up, play hard, and make unforgettable memories. Starting today or that day, May 19th, fans can enter for a chance to win the Uno Social Club getaway in Vegas by posting a creative TikTok video using the new Uno reverse filter and the hashtags #Uno Social Club and #Mattel Contest. Once chosen, the winner will enjoy a Technicolor suite drenched in the brand's iconic red, yellow, blue, and green colors, packed with Uno themed features, including a private bowling alley and game-inspired decor. Uno game tables in the suite will also be stocked with more Uno games than you can imagine, including new extensions for even more spirited competition and a personal Uno host to shuffle decks in style. You get your own Uno dealer. Mattel, you, in the words of Daffy Duck, you are despicable. And I'm going to tell you why. It's the same thing what they're doing with Wicked, which, by the way, if you want to see Wicked for good, the new trailer, you can only see it for 1 day on June 4th. That's why I was holding up the number 4 for my fingers. But we'll get to that, because I forgot to mention the strategy that Universal's doing, but that strategy is the same strategy that Mattel's doing. Follow me. Featured decks that will be played in the Uno Social Club include Uno Golf, match cards by colors and numbers, but your cards are laid out as you try to get rid of high cards and keep lower value cards. Strategically clear columns to eliminate cards, but beware of cards that can raise your score. The player with the lowest score wins. Uno teams. Players still match color, number, and symbol, but instead of every man for himself, they team up in pairs of 2 and play together. When special cards and rules help teammates work together, but both players must get rid of all their cards to win. And then Uno, show them, no mercy. You see, show them. Not show them, show them, no mercy, which means Uno is the game for black people. Okay, you see it. Show them, no mercy. This game has a ton more cards and way tougher penalties and new rules that will have players stacking, swapping, and drawing more cards than ever before. There are 2 ways to win this merciless version of the classic game. Get rid of all cards or knock all of the players out the game. Uno Social Clubs will pop up across the country. Later this year with experiences in bars and venues in major U.S. cities. Each event will transform everyday hotspots into the ultimate game night destination with Uno-themed drink menus, tournament-style play, photo moments, and more. Y'all should team with fast food brands to also do the Uno-themed food menus. I'm just saying. The Uno Social Club Las Vegas contest runs from May 19th to July 19th. So you have a month, okay? It's open to U.S. residents aged 21 and older in the 48 contentious states in D.C. Full rules and details can be found at www.sweepspromo.com/Uno Social Club contest. Will go there. And to keep up with Uno Social Club news, follow Uno on social media. Like I said, what Mattel really should do is make a Uno Social Club social media account for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Because see, what they're doing with this is a test run to see if they want to be able to bring this as a family entertainment center. Now, hold on one second. I know what you're thinking. Bray, your brain is braining, ain't it? Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course. You know what? You just had to do that, didn't you? Just had to do that. Just had to do that. Very well done, gorgeous. Very well done. But let me show y'all something. Remember when we talked about the Gamescape, right? Remember when we talked about Gamescape by Cinemark, right? We talked about this. That this was a new way for Cinemark to be able to get into the family entertainment center. Now, those of you who don't know about it, go back on this channel after this one, okay? Because we actually did a virtual tour live on it. So here it is here, right? So at Gamescape, you are the star of the show and explore fun indoor group activities like arcade games, bowling, laser tag, and even a ropes course. There's a restaurant, full bar, and of course a movie theater with 7 screens. It's perfect for rainy days, birthday parties, team building, or just because whether you're chasing a rush or just looking to unwind, Gamescape is your new to go spot. Now, like I said, they have a full bowling alley, they have a restaurant, they have movies, they have laser tag, they have arcade, they have rock climbing wall, they have a bar, they have parties, a ropes course, right? What if Uno Social Club becomes a family entertainment center brand for Mattel? They already got Mattel Adventure Park. Wait a minute. So they're opening up one in Kansas City, and they're opening up one in Arizona, right? So Glendale, Arizona, Kansas City. Okay, we talked about this on Virtual Tour Live before. So it's not open as of yet. The owner is Epic Resort Destinations, right? So let me pull it up here. Come on. So here it is here. So you got Hot Wheels Bone Shaker, the ultimate ride, Hot Wheels Twin Mill Racer, and Barbie Beach House, right? So let's go Glendale, Arizona. I'm just connecting dots here, y'all. Okay, I'm just connecting dots. I am just connecting dots. That's all I'm doing. See all. So as you see here, Thomas and Friends here, Hot Wheels, Barbie, Master of the Universe, Uno Climb. You see that there? You see that there? You see that there? Uno Climb, you see? So imagine a family entertainment center where you have Uno tables, right? You have Uno golf. You have Uno teams. You have the arcade, right? You have a bar. You have a restaurant. You have bowling. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling you right damn now. This is the website here. For the Uno Social Club here. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, okay? That's just my media braining, okay? Right here. So here's the prize here. Round trip coach class air transportation for the winner and guests to Las Vegas Nevada from a major airport within the 48 contentious United States near the winner's residence as determined by the sponsor. 2-night stay at the Uno Social Club Suite at the Palms Casino Resort. Food and beverage and amenities package for the winner and guests, and round-trip car transfers to and from destination, airport, and hotel. The average retail value of this price is $27,000. So, listen, that's what we do here. So very, very excited. Well done to Mattel. Well done, well done, well done. I'm going to turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. What a show today, child. What a show, what a show, what a show, what a show. I think the story that really got to me, today was the fact of, Joe Biden having, prostate cancer. That's a very sad situation. I don't wish that on anybody. Fuck cancer. You know what I mean? And there's so many people that, are going through cancer or going through medical problems and everything in between. And when you are waking up in a world where the president wants to cut out Medicaid, right? And wants to cut out, Planned Parenthood, wants to, and have white men determine what women do with their autonomy, it's fucking disgusting, right? So then you have Beyonce, and that fight that broke out. It's just like, good damn, can black people not behave themselves? Good damn, like, really? But I know Beyonce is going to power through it because guess what? Beyonce may not say nothing, but that doesn't mean she don't remember shit. Sesame Street, making it do what it do. HBO Max, you are dumb for getting rid of Sesame Street, and now Netflix is going to have Sesame Street there. Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons, prayers up to y'all. Hope that y'all, want to come back together. I do think that maybe there's some businesses that could have formed under Yo Gotti's empire, and it could have been 50-50 profits very easily, and that's more time that y'all could have spent together, this, that, and the third. But then again, maybe these are just two grown people and they're both about their business. And you're about your business, pleasure, it separates. Chris Brown being out on bail. We'll see what happens with this trial and if he will get 16 years behind bars. For some people, they're going to feel like this is, his comeuppance for what he did to Rihanna. But y'all, Rihanna has forgiven him. It's done, okay? Blue Ivy, and will she go into entertainment? I think she'll do what makes her feel good, obviously. And there's many ways in entertainment, right? You can be a director of movies. You can be, you can have your own fashion line. There's so many different ways, right, of being in entertainment. I mean, hell, you can even, design websites, right? Because websites are a part of the entertainment industry. Because when you are going to, Mattel.com, for example, that is entertainment, right? But it's tactile entertainment because you're shopping, right? So there's plenty of ways that Blue Ivy can diversify herself there. Wendy Williams in that documentary, child, just, Wendy, please, child, we're rooting for you to come home. But please, girl, just, and Caesar said than done to tell Rome as woman what to do. But we're pulling for you, Wendy. Just be still. I mean, I know you've been still, by circumstances beyond your own, but we're pulling for you. Don't add fuel to the fire. Let the fire, douse down. Not douse down, but let the fire burn out. And then finally, Google, like I said, Google, producing this Flow technology, this Flow video tool. Like I said, there better be some new play buttons. That's all I gotta say. 5,000 for bronze, 5,000 subscribers for bronze, 10,000 subscribers purple, and 50K for yellow. That's all I know. And then of course Uno Social Clubs and this Uno Social Club Suite. I think that the Palms and Mattel should just keep the suite and just rent it and just make it available for people to book stays into it. I think that'll be really cool. And then the Uno Social Clubs popping up all over the place all year round. And I think Uno Social Clubs and their family entertainment centers, I think will be really good as well. So with that being said, y'all, that is our show. Like I said, one love, much love, all love. I feel love and send it right back to you. Aries Girl Podcast, thank you for being here, my friend. Like I said, we'll be back here in 4 hours. In 4 hours for Epic Universe. Universal's Epic Universe Grand Opening Celebration. We'll be here with a watch party here in just a little bit at 5:45 p.m. And then, of course, we'll be covering day 8 of the Diddy trial. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody. Love you, Aries Girl Podcast. Make an Instagram so we can talk offline because I miss actually seeing you. Like, I know we're here all the time, but I would like to just have you in my life a little bit more often. You know what I mean? All right. Love you, everybody. Bye.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.